All right, for the first time, I'm going to go into detail about what the shoot away did to my shot and kind of like how I figured this out in college. So, in college, I remember I was looking at videos. As I described, my shot got messed up because of the shoot away machine with my dad, and we had problems. But then in college, I was looking at the videos when I was younger. So, one of the first things I noticed in the videos was on one of the plays, I caught the ball and I dribbled 2 side steps like this, and I brought the ball to my left hand, and then I went like this, and I kind of like did a skip on my right leg. So I caught the ball, did like a side skip, went like this, dribbled the ball from my right hand to my left hand, and then did a side skip, and then did this, okay? So before that, I knew that, I mean, that was a move that I did all the time where I would go like this. But when I was in college, I didn't know how I did that. That was just something I did unconsciously, okay? My whole life I did that unconsciously. Like another thing I would do is you bring the ball, you bring the ball from right hand to left hand, and then you go like that, okay? And it makes you go fast. I was never gonna explain this stuff in details, but now I'm explaining it. But I didn't know how to do that. But so then I remember I looked at the video, and I saw myself doing this move where I would go like this, and I did that. But I tried to do it without I tried to just mimic it, but I couldn't just do it. So then I looked at the video and I was like, okay, do exactly what you see in the video. So I caught the ball, I did a side skip like this, brought the ball right here, dribbled it, and then went like this, and then went like that, and then dribbled forward. Okay? So I noticed, okay, so if I do exactly what I saw in the video, then I can do it in the game. But this is at the time in college when I quit. So I quit basketball my sophomore year of college. Okay, so I quit basketball, but I started looking at the videos. I started studying the videos. As I said, a lot of the videos were lost on a day. I showed my family the quadrant model. They abandoned me. My mom and dad didn't believe me. They left me. And then my grandpa had confused me. My grandpa was saying, like, if you're in the flow, you're not attached to anything. So I left a bunch of stuff in the apartment. I packed on my own. If I didn't pack on my own, then I would have kept my stuff. But I packed on my own, and I lost I left a whole box of DVDs. Okay, I would really like to get as many DVDs as possible when I was younger. But anyways, so I was studying the video, and I saw how I caught the ball and went like this, and then I went like that, and I dribbled forward. Okay, so then I was looking at how I shot, and when I had the shoot away machine, what happened was I would catch the ball all the time. So here's the rack. I would get the ball and I would step forward. This is the first time I've ever explaining in detail, okay? So keep in mind, I had the realization if I do exactly what I saw in the video, then I can duplicate it and I can do that move that I used to always do and I used to always give people. Go like this and then go forward, okay? Do exactly what you saw in the video. So this is what happened when I had the shooting machine. I would pick the ball from the rack and I would step forward because here's the rack right here to my side. So I would pick it up and I would step forward. And now what happened was my dad, this was in like middle school. I remember 7th grade. I'm picking the ball from the rack and I'm shooting. And my dad's like, Ryan, you're shooting square. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I just shot the ball. That's why I was so good my whole life, because I never thought, I just shot. Now this is a thing, but because I was shooting wrong now, picking the ball off the rack, I'm still not thinking, but I'm shooting wrong because that's why I was so confused, because I didn't know what was wrong with my shot, because I never even thought how I shot. I was considered the best shooter in the country, but I never thought about how I shot. So my dad's telling me, I picked the ball off the rack and I'm going like this, and my dad's like, Ryan, you're shooting square. Well, that's because I'm picking the ball off the rack and I'm stepping straight. My left foot's going to be pointed toward the basket. And also, if you're stepping like this, your right foot's going to be back like this, the left foot's going to be pointed toward the basket. Now, I never explained this stuff, but finally I'm going to explain it. Now, when I was younger, I started studying the videos. This is in college. And I saw how I would catch the ball, like you saw me come off the screen right here. I'd catch the ball, and I would put my right leg back. So I'd catch it and put my right leg back, and then step forward. Now that allows. The key is just how you move into it, right? Or if I'm catching it like this, I would hop back with my right leg, hop, and then step out like this, right? But if I'm picking the ball off of a rack, and I would step right foot forward toward the rim, left foot out. Or I would catch it, put the right leg back, and then shoot, right? Or a lot of things I would do is I would be stepping back when I catch the ball, and then my right leg would be back, and then I step to the side and then shoot. So I'm stepping back, catch it, right leg's back, and then go like this. Now there's other things I did. There is times where I would just like step back like this and shoot, like you know how like James Harden just does like the step back. But regardless, you move into the shot. It's all about how you move into it. That's what shooting's all about. But my dad didn't know that. My dad thought, okay, just pick the ball from the shoot away rack, and you're gonna be shooting like you always shoot. And he's confused. He's like, why are you not shooting the way you always shoot? It's because shooting's all about how you move into it. Okay? It's all about how you move into it. It's all about that. And if you're not moving into it correctly, you're not going to be shooting right. It's all about that. So I'm picking the ball off the rack and I'm stepping straight forward. And I'm going like this over and over again. Or I'm stepping to the side like this and going like this. So my dad's like, Ryan, you're shooting square. Like I said, when I would do this, my left foot would be pointed out. I would step back and make my left foot point out, and then I would be sideways. See how I'm sideways and here's the rim? But if I'm picking the ball for, see, I do that, but or I'd be stepping back and I catch it and I do that. My right leg would be back when I catch it, right? This I did when I was playing with Compton College. I would always be step back into it, like I would either like catch it like this and then shoot, or you'd be stepping back, catch it and then shoot, or yeah, there's other things you can do. Like one thing I would do too is I would be moving forward and then catch it like this and then step. Like that's what Luka Doncic does, right? He always does this and then he goes like that. But regardless, it's all about how you move into it. But picking the ball off the rack, I'm not moving into it correctly. I'm picking the ball off the rack and then just going like this over and over again. So I'm shooting square. My left foot's pointing toward the rim, my right foot also. So then my dad was mad at me. My dad's like, Ryan, you're shooting square. So my dad was like, what you need to do, Ryan? So he had me in the backyard. He's like, pick the ball off the rack and then spin sideways. So you'd be sideways like you were, but he didn't know the reason I was sideways. And it's not about, my dad just wanted to be artificial, like make yourself sideways and that's going to magically do it. No, it's all about how you just move into the shot. Being sideways is just an outcome of how you move into the shot. And when I was younger, I would, like I said, I would be catching like this and I would have my leg back, I'd catch it, leg back, and shoot. And then you look at like the best NBA players, they'll do the same thing. One thing I noticed, like Kobe, when he caught the ball, I have a video. He catches it. He's stepping back with his left leg. Then he steps back with his right leg. And then he goes forward like this and then shoots it. He went like this. And I saw that I did the same type of thing. Right? But so it's all about how you move into it. It's all about the approach. But when I'm picking up off the rack, there's no approach. I'm just like this and I'm going like this. So then in the games, I'd be catching the ball and I'd be going like this. Or my dad would have me pick the ball off the rack and just running straight forward and shooting. So then in the game, I'd catch the ball and I'd already be moving straight forward because that's how I was practicing. But before I was the best shooter in the country. And every time I'd catch it, I'd move into it just natural. So then my dad was like, okay. My dad was telling me, okay, you're shooting square. So he's like, okay, just spin. So then I'm picking the ball off the rack and my dad's just like, keep your legs sideways like this. You just pick the ball off the rack and shoot. So I'm going like this, just picking the ball off the rack and shooting. And my dad's like, yeah, since you're sideways, that's good. That's good, you're sideways. This happened in 10th grade. But like I said, before the 10th grade, I was just shooting like this. Okay? Over and over again, and making me square. Making me shoot my left foot in front of my right. Whereas before, if you're stepping back, if you're just shooting natural, like Kobe, he'd step back with, I had the videos, I'd step back like this, but if the guys come past me from this direction, from the left direction, I step back my left leg, and then go like that. Go into it. It's all about how you move into it. That's the most important thing with shooting. Or if you pass me right here, I cut it like this and do that. Or if I'm catching it from this direction, I would hop back. Like I'd be stepping back like this, hop back, and then step with my left foot pointed out. And like it's all about how you move into it. That's what it's all about. Or like I had the video of me going like this, and then when I catch it, my right leg goes back and then go like that. It's all about the moving into it. But because I was picking the ball for the rack, and I'm just going like this, so I'm shooting square with my left foot pointed toward the rim because that's what's going to happen. Now, my dad had me in the backyard, and he's like, okay, well, dribble up and then turn and then shoot. Now, Kobe does that. Yeah, Kobe will sometimes go with the dribble with his right hand and then turn like this. But he's square when he does this. But he jumps in and he puts his right foot out like this and makes him sideways when he's in the air. You go like this. Okay, so my dad wanted me to use like, we'll go like this and then spin and be sideways. So my dad didn't understand. He tried to make everything so mechanical. He screwed me up. So then he's telling me, okay, pick the ball off the rack and just go like this. So then I'm in the games, but that was in 10th grade. But before that, like I said, I'm just picking the ball off the rack and I'm going like this. So my dad's like, Ryan, you're shooting square. What's wrong with you? And then my mom's going to my games. My mom's like, Ryan, you're shooting terrible. What's wrong with you? You know, get your head together. What, you can't handle the pressure? I was a starting point guard on varsity as a freshman. But yeah, because I'm practicing wrong. I'm practicing in the backyard, picking the ball off the rack and going like this all the time. Now, my good shot ended up being where I pick the ball off the left side of the rack. Here's the rack right here. And I would step like this with my right leg, left leg. Because then my left foot would be pointed out, my right foot would be pointing toward the rim, which is a good way to do it. But my dad, so then in games, that would be my go-to shot. I would always be making my shots going like that. But I never make my shots stepping left foot, right foot, because I'd be catching it and I'd be doing it like this. Whereas before, I would catch it, you know, when I was the best shooter in the country, and the way good shooters do it, they'll catch it and they'll put their right leg back like this. Or, you know, Luka Doncic, he'll go like this and then he'll step back like this, or, you know, like you move into it. It's all about how you move into shots. Shooting's all about how you move into it. But if you're picking the ball off the rack and just going like this, like me, so then I started just catching the ball and going like this. Now I'm shooting with my left foot pointing toward the rim, right foot, because I'm not, but my dad's like, well, go sideways and just go like this. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he makes me sideways. It's still going to be shooting bad because I'm not moving into it naturally. It's because of the shoot-away rack. So my dad thinks by making me go like this, I'm going to be shooting good. Or if I pick the ball off the rack and make my feet sideways. Anyway, so I'm shooting like this, and then it's making me shoot square. So my dad's like, ah, fuck it. This is 9th grade. My dad was like, oh, fuck it, I give up. I give up, you suck. It's no use. You always shoot square now. Yeah, because he didn't know it's because shooting's all about how you move into the shot. How you move into it. And you can't do this, or you can't move, or, you know, sometimes I side skip into it, or, you know, stuff like that, but you can't, or go like this, step back, or, you know, do this and then step to the left. You can't, it's all about how you move into it. But if you're picking the ball off a rack and go like this, yeah, your shot's going to be messed up because it's all about how you move into it. So then, and that's what good shooters do, and I was the best of the best shooters. You know? So now I'm picking the ball off the rack. Now, there's a few other things that, yeah, so anyways, then my shot got messed up, okay? And then, so then my dad was like, okay, well, pick the ball off the rack and just go like this. So he's having me in the backyard, and he's having me go like this over and over again, doing form shots, putting my feet to the side so I'm sideways, just picking the ball off the rack and going like this. So now I'm in the games, and I'm catching it. I don't have any videos. I had more videos in the 10th grade, but they were lost on the day that I was abandoned. But I had the videos, and you see me in the 10th grade, I'm going like this. Like I'm catching the ball in the game, and I'm not doing what I did when I was younger, you know, moving into it naturally and going like this, and it's, you know, not, because I wasn't thinking, now I'm catching the ball in the games, I'm going like this, or I'm moving straight forward, and I'm going like this. Because that's how I'm practicing picking the ball off the rack. My dad's like, yeah, spin into it, just spin. You know, dribble like this and then spin sideways. No. And that's the other thing, like, I had a video of me when I was younger, dribbling to the right and shooting. The way I did it was I would dribble to the right, and then you bring the ball to the left hand, and then you might go like that, and it makes your left foot pointed out and your right foot toward the rim. You bring it to the left hand, and then go like that. But, or, even I had one where I stayed in the right hand, but I skip back with my right leg, puts my right leg back, and then I turn and I shoot. But the key is, you know, my right leg was back before the shot, so I dribble with my right leg, right hand. This is me. I have a video of me and a 10-year-old. I go like this. See, my right leg goes back. And then, so then you can go that and you go sideways. Now, yeah, Kobe would go straight in and you go like this, but then you turn in the air. Yeah, that's an inaccurate shot. Most players, good players, will dribble with their left hand and then step out with their left foot pointed out and like this. And they'll do stuff like, you know, bring their right leg back before the shot, stuff like that. But my dad didn't know that. So my dad's having me go in the backyard and go, just spin into it and just be sideways. So I'm picking the ball off the rack and going like this over and over again. It's messing up my shot. Picking the ball off the rack and being sideways, just going like this. My dad didn't realize. My dad's just trying to make me sideways because, you know, picking the ball off the rack like this, I started shooting square. Because that's what's going to happen if you're, so my dad's like, well, spin into it, just be sideways. So I'm start doing this. And he completely destroyed my shot. So, there's a lot more that I could go over with that, but you know, that's basically it. But then, yeah, but so there's some moves that I want to study of when I was younger. Like, I had a video of me when I was 10, and I'm dribbling the ball, and I do like, I had like over 20 points this game. It was an amazing video, but it was lost. It was an amazing DVD. It was lost on that day when I was abandoned by my mom and dad, when I showed them the quadrant model and they left me. And then I was left to pack on my own. And this is the time when my parents abandoned me. But I was dribbling like this, and then I did like a foot drag with my right leg. But you see, it's all about how you approach it. So I want to study how I approached it. But that DVD was lost. I left it in my apartment, but I was dribbling like this, and then I dragged this foot like this. It could have been, you know, I had other videos that were lost because my family abandoned me. I'll go into this. A lot of DVDs were lost, but I want to get as many DVDs as possible. But I went like this, and then I don't know how I approached it. Like I said, I studied that move where I approached it like this, and I could do that. If you study how you approach it, exactly how you did it, then you could duplicate it. And that's me now. Like, if I catch the ball in the game, I'll try to shoot like I did when I was younger. You know, stepping back like Kobe did. You know, Kobe caught it, he went like this, and then he steps like this, and then he goes like this. You know, or he catches it, he's jumping in the air. Like, that's one thing I would do. I would jump in the air and then go like this. Or, you know, jump in the air like that. But you can't do that picking the ball off of a rack. So anyways, that's one move I want to study, where I went like this and I dragged this foot. And I would always have holes in the side of my shoes because I would drag my feet. And I want to study how I did that crossover where I would drag my foot. And like there's another one where I was doing that, where I do the between the legs crossover. I had some videos of me doing a lot of Hardaway crossovers, but those were lost on that day. Like another move I did was I caught the ball and I immediately did that, right? That was one of the moves. But another one, I would do these Hardaway crossovers where I had the ball and I would like cross over right to left, and I went like this. And when I did it, I would step like this, and then I would do an extra. So it would be like a between the legs, and I'd step like this, and I did an extra out like this, and then I went like that. But I want to study how I did it. But a lot of those videos are lost, or like that and that. But you know, again, you have to do. You can't just. My dad would be like, "Yeah, we'll just duplicate it. Just do sideways." No, you have to do exactly what you saw in the video. You know, maybe you did a crossover, and then this, and then you know, you have to go approach the whole thing the same way for it to be able to do the same thing. Now, my dad thought he could artificially make me shoot sideways, not realizing, you know, if I pick the ball off the rack and just going like this over and over again, that's going to mess me up. And then he's mad at me. He's like, "You suck, I give up." And then that's when the fighting happened. That's when the abuse started happening, because I'm like, "Dad, I need your help." He's like, "I give up, you suck now." It wasn't because I sucked. I was still the best. I was still unconscious. The problem was I was practicing wrong, picking the ball off of a rack. If he would have just been passing me, and that's the thing, when he would start passing me, I remember I would start shooting good. But then I'd go back to picking the ball off of the rack, because when he passed me, I would just start doing things probably automatically. So my dad really screwed me up. It's unbelievable. But, so, yeah, so basically, yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about. But that's what happened to my shot. It destroyed me. And then, you know, my dad's like, "I give up, you suck." And I'm like, "Dad, I need your help. Come on." He's like, "No, I give up. No, I'm not going to help you anymore. I can't help you. You suck now." And I'm like, but the thing was, the reason why I needed his help was, again, I didn't know how to fix my shot. I didn't even know there was something wrong with my shot. He was the one who was telling me, "Your shot looks horrible. Your shot looks ugly." I never thought about my shot when I was the best shooter in the country, because it was just automatic. It was natural. I never had to think. But then when my dad messed up my shot, so because I was natural and automatic, I didn't know that there was something wrong with my shot. I didn't know how to fix it. My dad's like, "It looks terrible." I didn't know that. So he's telling me that. Now my grandpa started to be like, "Ryan, why did you expect your dad to help you with your shot?" Dude, I didn't even know there was something wrong with my shot. He's the one who was telling you there was something wrong with my shot. He imposed himself on me. He's the one who messed it up. So then I'm like, "Dad, I need your help." And then he's like, "Ask me again, I'm gonna fuck you up." Again, my dad never beat me up before until this time. And then that's when the abuse started happening. And then now I'm not making myself. I'll talk about what happened in the later lectures, but that's when the abuse started happening. But it's because I'm picking the ball off the rack and I'm going like this. I'm stepping straight forward and I'm spinning sideways. No, if I would have just been catching the ball and just like shooting, I would have just been automatically doing what's right. But because I picked up off a rack, I can't approach the shot right. I can't step back into the shot and then step to the left. I can't, sometimes, or side step into the shot or do the things that, one thing I'll do is I'll catch it like this. I can't do that type of stuff if I'm picking up off a rack. I'm just picking up off a rack and doing this over and over again. And no wonder I'm going to shoot square. No wonder my shot's going to be messed up.